and somebody bullied you or said something mean, and you came up with the age-old adage of sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, I got something to tell you. Words do hurt. They hurt a lot, and they hurt us long term. The things that we learn early on in life from our teachers, our parents, our coaches, anyone who's influential in our life, the influencers, right? Their words stick with us, and we end up believing them. And if they are words that make us feel badly about ourselves, or change our, lower our level of self-esteem or self-confidence, then it sticks with us for our life, and it affects who we become, what we experience, what results we create. And so it really is a myth that words don't hurt us. So I want you to think about that and think back to your childhood, and who said what to you that made you believe something specific about yourself or the way the world works or your abilities, and consider that has become a belief, and that you are living out that belief, because we do live out what we believe. Whatever thoughts we have that we think often enough and that we really believe become how we live our lives and how we perceive ourselves, and therefore what we experience. Now, here's the thing, though, that it doesn't matter whether you were told something that you chose to believe when you were a child or when you're older. So we always think of that as a childhood thing. You got bullied and you said that thing, right? Words will never hurt me. But when you're older, it's no different. Words hurt. They hurt, and they stick with us, and they become our beliefs. So, I can think back to my childhood, and I often tell this story about how my mother, being very practical, told me, when I said to her that I wanted to become a novelist, she said to me, only really great novelists can earn a living as novelists. Like, only good writers can earn a living as novelists. And I took that in. I heard her words, and I believed the part she said about only good writers, which meant I wasn't a good writer and, can earn a living from writing. So I just took that in. And for much of my life, I believed that I couldn't earn a living from my writing, and that I wasn't good enough to earn a living from my writing. And so I did a lot of other things. I have written books, but books are not a profitable business. And I've written for magazines, and that's not so profitable either. And I've edited for magazines, but that's not the same as writing. And, I ended up building a business around my books. And while that's a great strategy, it didn't allow me to earn a living from my writing. So my writing never became a livelihood for me. And so I can see how my belief, how I took in what my mother said and created a belief and lived out that belief. Now, I had a friend come to me not that long ago, and an ex-boyfriend of hers who she's still kind of friends with, he called her up, and they had a conversation, and I guess he must have gotten angry or something, I don't know, and said to her that, she would always be alone and nobody would ever support her. And she's lived alone most of her life. She actually hasn't had that many long-term boyfriends, and she's not married, and she's older already. And but I got on the phone with her, and I said, sorry, I'm checking my mic here. I said, you have lots of friends and you have family, so you are supported. You're supported in so many ways. And we looked at her career, and I said, look how well you've supported yourself financially all this time. So you're not going to be alone. You have friends and family, and you know how to support yourself financially. So she was able to look at that and say, okay, I can see where what he said isn't true. And so I said, let's stop focusing on what he said and believing that, because she was like, look at my life, it's true. I said, let's not look at your life that way. Let's look at it through a different lens, which is the lens of seeing the facts, which the facts are that you have family and you have friends, you are not going to be alone, and you know how to support yourself, and you've done it your whole life. So that's how we shifted her, right? Recently, I had an experience also with a mentor of mine in the publishing world, and I had asked for some help and advice on a book proposal I was doing, and he was very helpful, and I implemented most of what he said, and then I sent in the proposal, and I told him I did so and asked him what to do next, and his response was, "I told you you needed to call me. You should have called me first before you sent that in." And those words immediately instilled doubt in me, self-doubt, and lowered my level of confidence and made me feel like I had done something wrong. So I went back and I reread the proposal, and I thought, well, no, I still feel really good about having sent it. And so I ignored his email. I actually deleted it and I didn't respond to it. And he called a week or two later and I didn't answer the phone. And I just decided it wasn't so much about just avoiding him. It was like, as long as I have that email in my box, and if I talk to him, I am just going to be thinking that I did something wrong and that this isn't going to work out, and that's not what I want. So I chose what to believe. I chose to believe that the proposal was a good one. I'd already been told by the publishing company that there was interest in the book idea, and so I just focused my attention elsewhere. The proposal was strong, it was good enough, and I will get a book contract. And so you can see how you can choose a different lens to see yourself and your life through, to see if you take what somebody has said to you, either when you were young or older, and you choose to see it through a different lens, a lens of facts, then you can shift your belief, right? And if you just make the choice to focus elsewhere, to think something else, believe something else, then also you shift out of that negativity that came with the words somebody said to you, right? So you have this ability to decide where to put your attention and what to believe. But you have to first become conscious that you do have a lot of beliefs that come from what people have told you. And their words are powerful. Their words are like, they can be like a slap in the face, a dagger in the heart, right? They can stick to you like they have permanent adhesive on them. But you don't have to have that happen. You can heal the wounds, you can get past the scars, you can get rid of that adhesive, and you can choose a different belief. And when you choose a different belief, you're going to feel differently about yourself, you're going to feel differently about your abilities, you're going to feel differently about the results you can achieve, the opportunities or possibilities before you, and you are going to behave differently, and you're going to get those different results, and you're going to leave a different legacy for yourself. So I want to challenge you this week to think about the beliefs you have and to imagine what somebody would have had to say to you for you to have a different belief. So this is a great exercise. What would you want your parents, your friends, your colleagues, your teachers, your mentors, your influencers to say to you so that you would believe something different than what you've chosen to believe based on what you were told? So what would you want these influencers to say to you, to have said to you, and to say to you now for you to have a more positive, supportive belief system that will help you get different results? And once you know what that is, then that's what you choose to believe. You let go of the other beliefs. And I know that's not easy. We can't unhear what somebody said to us, and it's hard to forget, but we can definitely retrain ourselves to believe something different. And that's my challenge to you this week. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I'm a certified high performance coach and inspired results coach. And I help people get from where they are now to where they want to go. I help them find their passion and their purpose, because when they do that, they get inspired, and then they take inspired action and get inspired results. I help people stop living a life of regret and a life of where they're not aligned, they're not authentic, they're not living the life that feeds their soul. And I help them do that. I help them feed their soul. And this is my journey. I've seen how I let other people influence me and my beliefs, how I have not pursued my calling, not done my life's work, and I have regrets. And so I am on the path of living a life that feeds my soul. That's what I'm making little changes all the time to live a life that feeds my soul. So if that's of interest to you, then click above. You can fill out the application above for a free 90-minute certified high performance coaching breakthrough strategy session. And I will spend 90 minutes with you. It's totally on me, free of charge. Just show up and we will look at how you can start getting from where you are to where you want to go, how you can develop the clarity and the courage and the energy to move towards your dreams, how you can begin feeding your soul. If you don't want to work with me one-on-one, and you would like to level up your personal growth, your personal performance, as well as to find ways to feed your soul, if you'd like to work on personal and spiritual growth, then click above here for information on the Inspired Creator Community. This is the place that seekers go to create a life that feeds their soul. We do the high performance coaching and we do spiritual coaching and training as well. It's an amazing group, very small group right now, but growing all the time. And yeah, if that's your thing, if you like spiritual growth as well as personal growth, and you know that that's the path you're on, then join us. Click on the link. So that's it for today. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach, and until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.